Hi, my name is Michelle Myers. I'm doing my presentation like this because I'm unfortunately in LA right now, so here we go. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about computer revolution. The history of the computer. The first time the term computer was used was in 1613 for a person who did calculations. And in 1837, Charles Babbage made the first design for a mechanical computer, but it wasn't built until 1941 when Conrad Zuse built the first working computer, and the first home computer was produced in the 1980s. The first Macintosh computer was built in 1984. It had 128 RAM of memory, and when they realized that that wasn't enough, they made one with 512K. It was known as the Fat Mac, and it was the first successful computer to have graphic user interface. Before the Mac, all computers were text-based, meaning all actions were done through the keyboard. The Mac was the first to produce the icons, which are mainly used in a bunch of modern-day computers. The first portable Mac had a 68,000 processor running at 16 megahertz. It didn't have a backlight, and the battery was made similarly like a car battery, so it lasted 6 hours, but it added 2 pounds of weight to the laptop, making it overall 16 pounds, which made it not very portable, which made them work on it even more to upgrade to this version, the PowerBook, which was made in 1991, and it was originally designed by Sony. It was smaller, lighter, and cheaper. And it was the first MacBook to be able to write on floppy disks. The Apple II GS was released in 1986 and was discontinued in 1992. It was 2.8 megahertz. The memory was 256 kilobytes to 1 megabyte and could be expanded to 8 megabyte. It cost $999 when it was released. The SE30 was released in 1989 but discontinued in 1991. The memory had 1 megabyte but could be expandable to 128 megabyte. This was the first model that where Mac combined the computer in the monitor. Look. The G4 Cube was released in 1996. It was discontinued in 2001. It cost $1,599 when it was released. It had 64 megabytes of RAM and a 20 gigabyte hard drive. It was slowly like the move towards the more modern day computers. The iMac G5 was released in 2003 but discontinued in 2006. It was $1,999 when it released, and it came from 2 to 2.5 megahertz. And it's the closest one to the most modern model nowadays. The iMac, is 4 gigabytes of RAM. It's 3.06 megahertz, 500 gigabyte hard drive, and it sells on average for $1,200 now. It was released in 2009. The MacBook, the original one, was released in 2006. It had 1.6 gigahertz. The hard drive was anywhere between 6 gigabytes and 20 gigabytes, and the memory was usually around 128 megabytes. The MacBook Air was released in 2009. It was the first model was released in 2008. It had 2.13 gigahertz, 128 gigabyte hard drive, 5-hour battery life, and it weighed 8 pounds.